Good evening. We will be discussing my demonstration of my attainment of the program learning outcome 8, which is to demonstrate the ability to make informed decisions regarding the use of technology in support of learning and leadership. And my assignment that I have revisited and I have perfected and that I will be resubmitting. Basically, there was a project that we had to implement e-learning solutions, and we had to imply and in what regards that we will use e-learning solutions in a group setting for a class. First, we're going to start off by defining e-learning and what you need to know in order to create and implement your e-learning project. And e-learning was defined by Reiser and Dempsey as an all-learning involvement technology in any way, such as the video that you are viewing at this time. Now, being that it was a group project, the instructor and the students must be familiar with collaboration and tools used to collaborate. Collaboration begins with teamwork, and the project is not an individual task, but it encompasses the ideas, feedback, and hard work of each individual in the group. Collaboration is beneficial because each student is able to learn from each other and bring what they learn and already know to the table. Now, there are a variety of tools that can be used for collaboration. The most common tool is email, which is one form of technology. If you do not have an email account, then there are different websites that you can visit, such as Yahoo and Google, in order to create a free email account. Google also offers other collaborative tools such as wikis and blogs, and these are all beneficial tools when working in a group. The tools mentioned also can be used for you to communicate and interact with each other, the students with the teacher, students with their peers. However, there are other tools that allow learners to communicate and interact with each other. A few are instant messaging tools, which are offered in Yahoo, Skype, and on social media networks like Twitter and Facebook. Now, instruction design models are used to create teaching strategies in an organized and dependable method. And there are different instruction design models. However, as a teacher and as a leader, you must figure out which works best for you and your students. And in order to do so, you must be knowledgeable about the content, objectives, and what your learners already know and what they need to know. And this needs to be known before deciding if you're going to include technology and what type of technology that you're going to include. Okay, and with that being said, technology can be integrated into the learning and teaching process. However, technology should never overshadow the lesson and should not take away from the lesson. Technology should enhance the lesson, it should engage the learner, and it should support the teacher. When using media, ensure that the media can be easily integrated into the lesson, that the media does not take away from the lesson or objective. And you have to make sure that the media caters to all learners and uses audio, visual, and in some instances hands-on. You may not get all three in one form of medium, but just be sure that you are able to incorporate all three, audio, visual, and hands-on, as much as possible, so that you can expand your audience. Now, you make sure that whatever is online is related to the assignment, and all information that you share online should always be considered to be public information. That is very important. And then we go and we describe some things such as virtual courses. They're beneficial and appropriate if the learners are comfortable with the features that's available in virtual courses. And in order to maintain or manage virtual courses, rules and guidelines should be introduced, and learners should be required to become familiar with the course and its features. Same thing when you incorporate technology. You have to set the rules and the guidelines for your students, and you have to be sure your students know how to utilize the technology if it is something that they're using on their own, because then they cannot accomplish the task at hand if they are not knowledgeable about how to use the technology. You have to set expectation, goals, and objectives about the technology aside from the expectation, goals, and objectives of the assignment. They should be stated clearly, and learners should have a way to contact the instructor or have feedback immediately or have access to the instructor in order to clarify any information. And once again, even when using technology, even when you do not incorporate technology. Feedback should always be immediate, and it should be available for the student. And at all times, teachers should be doing the self-evaluation, self-assessment of the technology. See if there are ways to improve it on the next lesson, or see if you can just take it out. If it does not help the process and the teaching process, or if it does not help the students learn, then technology is not always needed. In every lesson, every subject, every presentation is not always needed. Okay, so that is the best way to make decisions on whether or not you use technology to support you in learning and leadership. Because the most important thing is to first determine if technology is needed. And if not, the smartest decision will be to exclude technology. I do hope that you enjoyed my presentation. I thank you and have a great evening.